You're listening to the best of the Morning X, dropping back into the interview from a few moments ago. This is the original 99X.
Fight Doctor is here.
You remember there was a guy for 15 minutes was famous with all the gold chains, Mr. T?
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
Mr.
sure.
T? We're sitting,
Terrence,
don't even tell me his name. He used to carry our luggage.
What don't you like Mr. T for? What's your problem with him?
He used to carry our luggage, and he turned into Mr. Superstar. And I'm going to tell you a story now. I'll explain exactly what I don't like. We sat on a dais in some charity thing. People would come up. Ali was eating. A line of people waiting for him. He's signing. Over here, 3 or 4 people, 5 people would come over to Mr. T. He wouldn't sign. He wouldn't deign to talk to him. He had a guy say, get away from him. He's eating now. He doesn't talk. He didn't even, have the courtesy of saying, you shrimpy little guy from TV, from radio, get out, get away. Because he would talk to you like that. I'm telling you, you won't like the guy. So I'm telling you, I'm just relating it to you personally, how we talk.
We had him on. He was a hype machine.
So in the middle of all this, there's a curtain behind us. In the middle of all this, Ali says, hey, come here, I want to talk to you. Takes him out in the back and slaps him. He just goes like this, I want to talk to you, and pulls him right out behind us. He said, those people there love you. You sign their book.
Really?
And you shake it. They ain't going to be there long. Because a few more years, you're going to be gone. But while they're there, keep signing, keep hugging, because they're paying for all that gold and everything. And they're just little people. All they want is 1 little minute, 1 little second of saying hello to Mr. T. You got this important. You used to carry our luggage. Now you're sitting next to me.
Uh-huh.
Understand that God gave you a big break. And take advantage of that time while you got that time.
Ali slapped him? Did he bitch slap him?
He went, you keep using that word. Bitch.
I'm saying.
It's not in my vocabulary. I mean, I'm a cultured man. Go ahead.
Just
What were you saying? You're decent. You're a decent guy.
See, I'm a decent guy, Barnes.
Yeah, right.
Barnes,
you're low voltage, but you're nice. Here's this guy.
Barnes,
just percolating. Look at the electricity coming off him. This guy's evil.
He's unreal.
This guy. Do you get along with him, or do you have to fight with him?
No, it's like
you ignore him after
out of the gutter.
He's low
It's
voltage.
like Howard Cosell. You just walk away. The maddest, the nuttiest I ever saw in the audience was the first Frazier-Ali fight. The publicity. You just can't imagine what this guy did to New York City. We were across the street in a hotel. We were walking across the street to Madison Square Garden. We give Ali $1,500. No tickets. There weren't any tickets. Just $1,500 to pass out because we knew everybody was, Ali, give me a ticket, give me some, and he would just pass out these 20s and 10s.
Hand it out.
Just because he felt like he couldn't say no to these people. But we didn't have the bodyguards or any pushing and shoving like you see around Tyson and around, there was none of that.
No posse.
He walked through, we had a posse. We had a tail end posse, but they were back there. I mean, he walked by himself ahead of everybody, through everybody, like a knife through, but they just parted. I mean, because they respected it. I didn't push him or try to grab him. Everybody out of the way. He hugged and kissed everybody. He was nice to everybody. He shook hands with everybody, but he got through without any problem. If you had bodyguards around him, you'd have had a mess.
Ferdy?
Yes.
What was the last movie that made you cry?
I just saw it yesterday.
What?
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade made you
Sling
cry?
Blade made you cry?
Oh, you didn't cry when he was with that little kid and he told the story about burying his baby. Well, you probably would have buried the baby. But, I mean, people from Texas do those things. Well, it's a baby, bury him.
He's the Tin Man. He's the Tin Man.
Don't give away the movie, Ferdie Pacheco.
Bury the bitch.
Now I don't need to see it.
Let me tell you, you wouldn't have seen it anyway.
Best boxing movie of all time.
I would think...
Rocky IV.
No.
Rocky IV.
Please,
Come on.
none of the Rocky
IV.
pictures. Those are fiction, man.
It's the best
That's
movie
science,
of all time.
Science fiction. That's for
Science
numb
fiction.
skulls that don't understand it. That's not
Come
fact
on,
at all.
Ferdy.
That's
You know
just
what?
script.
You don't know what you're talking about, Ferdy.
That's just script and
You don't know
nonsense.
what you're talking
I'm a
Ferdy.
screenwriter. Let me tell you, The Harder They Fall was a great movie.
Look,
Champion was a great movie. It was maybe the most accurate and best was De Niro's film.
Raging Bull.
Wonderful film about Jake LaMotta. That's the way Jake LaMotta was. And he captured boxing. He captured the nuttiness of LaMotta and the strength of LaMotta and the beauty of his wife, Vicky, who's still around and still a great-looking girl.
And that was great. The way
really great.
that was so cool. The way he beat the crap out of her all the time.
Some people like that.
Ferdy, best porno movie ever.
I don't watch porn.
Come on. You see what I got to live with every day?
I've never seen a porno movie.
I'm just playing with it.
You never, Todd, take him down to the place we were at earlier.
Let me tell you, I've never been in a strip joint unless I was going with a stripper. When I was young, I used to go with strippers because they were easy. But disco joints, I've never been in a disco joint. People, flogging themselves against a pole and all that. It means nothing to me.
Means nothing.
Unless you're going to go afterwards with her someplace and do the same thing, substitute the pole for yourself and do that.
Hey, he's a realist.
Like doctor.
He's talking real.
I cannot imagine a bunch of people, truck drivers, who work so hard for their bucks, walk and sit in a bar and put money in somebody's lap that's screwing a pole. I don't understand it.
Unless you're the
pole,
why pay?
What in the world is anybody getting out of that?
Who knows? It makes no sense.
You can find. I don't understand it. I cannot. Once I had a mafia guy come to me, a retired mafia
guy. Let's go. Names.
No.
Come on.
His name was
Go
Johnny
ahead.
Romano, but that didn't make.
But you don't want to name names.
No, it doesn't make any difference.
Ferdie Pacheco fingering the mafia right here on our show on the Morning X.
They found him in a barrel floating in the Gulf Stream. That didn't make any difference. I was in medical school. I had to deliver. I was a pharmacist at the time. I had to deliver a prescription to him at his joint, and he said, "Come, I'm going to give you an education in sex." I said, "I think I know a lot about sex." He said, "You don't know anything about sex." He said, "Come to my place." He had a place called the Bluebird Dance Hall in Lejeune on 36th Street, in which you couldn't touch a girl. You could only dance with her for $1 apiece. You could talk to her all you wanted. After 3 or 4 dances, you had the right to sit down in a table with her, and they sold you a bottle of Party Pack, which is 25 cents at the grocery store, for $25. They peeled $125 to $175 from a truck driver inside of half an hour, and there were regulars that would come in there regularly to talk to a girl. Every girl had to be married. You couldn't touch them. Their husband had to pick them up at the end. There was no drinks, no alcohol, no smoking, any kind. In those days, there weren't drugs. This was purely a cat house without sex. He said, if you could spread this across the United States, you would become a multi-zillionaire. More guys want to talk about it than do it.
Ferdy?
Let me leave you with that. And then
we've got to go. Let me just tell you that
you had nothing to do with boxing.
But that's where you're best.
You are my new favorite guest.
I'll send you some of my books. You'll like my books.
I'd love to read them.
You're my new favorite guest on the Morning X. You take the #1 slot right now.
Absolutely.
I'll just
This
say that.
guy,
The Fight Doctor is in.
I can only tell you, I've lived a very, very, very long and exciting life.
We can't wait till you come back.
I'm here alive is a miracle, courtesy of the Black Muslims and some of the mafia guys.
Do you remember when you were up here with Kerry Strug last time?
I block these things out as soon as I walk out.
Okay, that's good.
I'll give you W.C. Fields' wonderful thing he said to a lawyer on a trial. The lawyer, he kept forgetting the lawyer's name. He was being sued for something. And the guy said, listen, my name is Robinson. You don't remember my name? He says, no, I don't. He says, what about this script that you wrote? He said, I don't remember it. He said, how about the lines you did? He said, I don't remember it. He said, listen, how come you're one of the highest paid comedians in the world? You're one of the biggest movie stars. You can't remember lines in a movie. You can't remember my name. And he says, it's an odd thing. I only remember things that impress me. For example, I'll never remember your name. Oh. That was the end of the trial.
That hurts. And with that,
I got to use that once in court and got called for contempt of court.
Ferdie Pacheco. We'll see you next time on the Morning X.
The best of the Morning X. X99X.
Former U.S. Navy SEAL Sean Ryan captures real stories about sacrifice and strength.
My biggest fear wasn't death. My biggest fear was nobody will remember me.
That motivates a lot of people.
It just made me feel invincible. Open the steel door and just... They were all convinced, I think, that they were about to die. This rush of stress comes over me because now it's soul time.
All of a sudden, I'm saying, what is really important?
Let us reveal the truth of ourselves.
That's it.
The Sean Ryan Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.